Hello, Midwest Speedfest! Hey everybody, once again, my name is JD Puppy, and I'm excited to be your host for the finale run of this amazing weekend-long marathon supporting the P-Fun Foundation, the Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past with, I should say, A Link to the Pianist, as we play with dannymusic, running any percent, and accompanied live on keyboard by Keyotter. Danny, Key, anything that you'd like to say or share before we get this show started?
All right. Thanks a lot, JD. Welcome, everyone. We are super hyped to be here for A Link to the Pianist. So how this is going to work, I'm the speedrunner. My performance is playing the game. I'm going to be doing the any percent no major glitches route, beating Ganon at the very end. Keyotter's performance is the performance. He's got the keyboard right in front of him. He's going to be playing along and being my soundtrack for the entire duration of the run. Anything you'd like to add before we get started?
I can't think of anything. Let's go.
All right, let's get started then.
Just really quick, Key, is playing the keyboard pretty easy alongside a speed run?
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Should we talk about something that may make it a little bit more difficult during that final boss fight?
Oh, yes, that's true.
Sure.
So, would you like to do the honors, Key?
Well, I happen to have a cute fursuit right here, and you can make the hardest track of the game, and maybe the hardest moment of the gameplay, the Ganon boss fight, even harder for me if we make it to, is it $4,000?
$4,000. We are at $3,869. Nice. Towards that goal. Which means that we're only $131 away from getting that fursuit.
Yeah,
Key, go ahead.
I will play the song and all the credits with the fursuit head on. It's really difficult, and you can make it even more difficult for me while supporting a great cause. Let's do it.
Yes, let's go. I've got a little extra something special, but let's get the show on the road.
All right, so let's begin, and we're going to begin with the intro. Yeah! Long ago, in the beautiful kingdom of Hyrule, surrounded by mountains and forests, legends told of an omnipotent and omniscient golden power that resided in a hidden land. Many people aggressively sought to enter the hidden golden land, but no one ever returned. One day, evil power began to flow from the Golden Land. So the king commanded 7 wise men to seal the gate to the land of the golden power. That seal should have remained for all time. But when these events were obscured by the mists of time and became legend, well, the rest we're going to leave to us. I'm going to press the start button and begin the next start. All right. Let's go. We're raising money for LGBTQ causes, so I'm going to call our name Pride for this. And let's begin. So, I'm playing the English version of the game. This is A Link to the Past. So the category I'm going to be running is any percent no major glitches. There are a couple of differences between the English one and the Japanese version. Mostly that the game is in English, but there are a few glitches that are exclusive to the Japanese version, which I'll be talking about later. All right, so our uncle has said to us, I'll be back by morning, don't worry about it. We're going to be fine. So we have the option of just lazing in bed. We have the option of picking up that chest, but we don't really need it. So we're going to go walk our way for a nice midnight stroll in pouring rain, which is what anyone would want to do at this time of night. And we're going to drop down this hole in particular. Oh no, our uncle! Alright. So, our uncle is kaput. He tried to be a hero. He took an arrow to the knee. It didn't last very long. But that's okay, because he gave us the shield and sword. We're going to be taking up the mantle from where he left off. And now we're back into Hyrule Castle. One of my favorite tracks in this game. But a little note about the uncle's dialogue there. There's a very confusing line where he says, Zelda is your... And for the longest time, that was always misinterpreted because A Link to the Past was the third Zelda game to come out after Zelda 1 and 2, which is a side-scroller. So a big question is, what was he going to say? Zelda is your what? Zelda is your what? The rumor is that Zelda was going to be Link's sister, so it was a bit of a surprise when Wind Waker was eventually released, and it turns out Link had a sister whose name was Aryll, which is very different from the name Zelda. Another note about that, in the re-release of A Link to the Past on the Game Boy Advance version, they changed that line, and it says explicitly, Zelda is your destiny.
Ooh, Destiny, I like that.
Yeah. Also a slightly different franchise. So we're going to pick the boomerang up here. And we can use that to get the key. Go this way. Alright. So coming up next we have the ball and chain guard. I'm going to try to do this a cool way. If it goes badly, then I'll get scared and I'll do it the pot way. But we'll try it the cool way first.
Be brave.
Alright, so I want to do with this guy, he's going to let his thing here. I need to stand a particular distance away from him to not get hit. And I want to push him into the door where he's at, so I can just pick up the key. And walk in and grab the lamp. Oh, wow, it's Zelda. I had a feeling you were getting close. Alright, we're going to listen carefully. The wizard is magically controlling all the soldiers in the castle. I fear the worst for my father. The wizard is an inhuman fiend with strong magical powers. Do you understand? Not at all. Let's hear it again. Controlling all the soldiers in the castle. Fear the worst for my father. The wizard is an inhuman fiend with strong magical powers. Do you understand? Yeah, I think that's good enough. So, you might have noticed that the game audio, the game music came back there for a brief moment in time. The way that this version of A Link to the Past has the music mostly muted. However, the way that it's muted was used in the randomizer, and that little bit of the cutscene where you're rescuing Princess Zelda doesn't really play in the randomizer, so as a result, the MSU that's used to mute the game doesn't actually mute all of that track. You're going to see that happen for one other track that pretty much exclusively plays for cutscenes.
It was fun. I tried to play with it. But I do love the Hyrule Castle theme.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of my favorite tracks of all time.
And my favorite part is this part.
Alright, so one little funny observation about the game. Zelda asks if we have a light and says it's difficult to proceed without one. It's not impossible to proceed without one, as anyone who's played A Link to the Past randomizer knows. If you try to proceed without the light, then you can still get onto the screen, but this little light cone that's illuminating our path will be disappeared. However, the game gives us 3 chances to get the lamp. 3 opportunities. They really wanted to make sure you got a light. The chests in Link's house that I skipped earlier, That would normally contain the lamp. Next to where the uncle collapsed, there's a secret passage room. If you go walk through the secret passage, there's a chest there. That would normally contain the lamp. But the one that I got is the fastest one that I can get, which is the one that's with Zelda in her cell. Whichever of those chests you do not collect, if you decide to get it later, then it turns into just 5 rupees.
And in addition to the lamp, we also got that $4,000 milestone cut!
Oh my gosh!
Let me know whenever there's a good time to read off some donations that helped us get there. But thank you so much, everyone watching Midwest Speedfest, for supporting P-Fun Foundation.
That absolutely floored me. I didn't think it would take that short amount of time. You all are so amazing.
Oh, Danny, ye of little faith. This speedrunning community comes together for our wonderful community. Thank you so much.
I don't have little faith. I'm just very impressed. Thank you so much.
Oh, you could read some donations during the beautiful Safety in the Sanctuary. That would be nice.
Is that now?
Yeah.
Okay. We had a $25 donation from ER. No comment, but thank you so much for supporting us here at Midwest Speedfest and for the P-Fun Foundation. We also had a $50 donation from Race saying, having seen both Danny and Keyotter do this run at Zeldathon, I'm super excited to see it live. And we absolutely have to hit that milestone, and that we did!
Awesome!
A Link to the Past is my favorite Zelda game. So, how about starting a $5 train, or was that 100 nickels, for your favorite Zelda game? Love from the audience. Yes, I love that idea. Send in your donations and shout out your favorite Zelda game, and I will absolutely read those out.
I would love to hear what everyone's favorite Zelda game is. I'm a huge fan of this franchise. All right, let's hear the most beloved track that's pervaded throughout the entire series, as performed by Keyotter, the Hyrule Field theme. So, Octorok's deciding to be a little bit mean on this walk to Eastern Palace, so the game gives you strong hints to go to Kakariko Village, where you'll find an Elder and all that, but really we need to just go over here. The Elder's house is there, but we're not going to visit him quite yet. Gonna go to the dungeon first. So there's a slight amount of tech. As I'm going up these steps, I am alternating tapping between up and left. This is called pumping, and the reason that I do that is that the movement in A Link to the Past alternates between moving up 2 pixels at a time and moving up 1 pixel at a time. If you're moving either up or left, the cycle begins 2, 1, 2, 1, etc. Whereas if you're moving down or right, then it begins 1, 2, 1, 2, etc. So by alternating up and left during parts of the game, I'm randomizer brained. I need to go right to the boss. So by alternating up and left, I'm essentially trying to maximize the time where I'm on that 2 pixel movement cycle.
Danny, do I have a quick second to hop in for a moment?
Yeah, please.
All right. So as a reminder, to make a donation towards the P-Fun Foundation, ! Donate in chat, or go to donate.midwestspeedfest.com and make your contribution. All of these contributions will go towards some really fun stuff that I'll reveal in just a little bit, but also please consider subscribing to Midwest Speedfest or Cheering Bits. All Twitch revenue we receive during this event will be donated toward P-Fun Foundation. And of course, if you have Amazon Prime, you could subscribe for free. Just go to your settings, then go to the Connections tab and connect your Twitch account with your Amazon account to get Prime Gaming, meaning you'll have 1 free sub available every single month. So Dark Claw Bunny, hopefully that gives you the information you needed.
Ah, Dark Claw Bunny. Hello. I know that bunny. So this is an example where I'm really going to try to be pumping as much as possible. It looks like I'm just moving left, but I'm really alternating in order to cross that passage a little bit quicker. So here I want to take some intentional damage, hit myself on that button, which gets a big key while those anti-fairies are surrounding it. Ordinarily, you would be supposed to eliminate all the enemies in the room. That would cause the anti-fairy circle to disperse, and then you press the button and pick up the chest that way. So here, gonna grab some arrows in preparation for the bow.
Woo! Yeah, that's clap worthy. Let's go, Bo.
We like the bow here. So gonna use that immediately. Take out that Igor in one hit. Get a key in this room.
Isn't the music beautiful, everybody? Once again, this is being played live while we're playing any percent no major glitches with Danny, and Key is absolutely rocking it on the piano.
I really like the Light World Dungeon theme. It's super cool, and it's a nice one to jam on. So I was like, okay, I can get a little fancier.
I actually like that idea. If you have a favorite Zelda song, you could also call those out in the comments too. Not just Zelda games, but Zelda songs too. Like Rhubarb shares $25 for the P-Fun Foundation, saying, favorite Zelda game is this one. Link to the Past was the first I played. Rhubarb, thank you so much for your generous contribution.
I just realized it's the boss. Wait, how does this part go?
I don't know, the boss is gone.
Woo! Nice work, Danny.
Thank
So
you.
good.
You'll have plenty of more chances to play the boss theme during the next two bosses. They're very difficult. All right, so that is one dungeon down. Now we're gonna go talk to Sahasrara here. For the very first time, he has a lot to say. He's an old man. He's living on his own. Just happy to spend some company with him. Giving some of the lore of the game, which has been explained in the intro. But more importantly, giving us the boots, or the Pegasus shoes. They're called the Pegasus shoes in this game, not the boots. We can use them right away to bonk into that wall. So we're going to raid the back of this old man's closet, which is what all heroes would want to do in order to take his money and take his bombs. We're going to be using both the money and the bombs later. So a difference between the English version of the run and the Japanese version of the run is that the Japanese version has a really cool trick called spin speed, where you can charge up a spin attack, release it, and then press the boots button immediately afterward. If done correctly, it'll replace the running speed with... It'll replace Link's walking speed with his running speed. Unfortunately, we can't do that because we're playing the English version of the game, but it is what it is. But we are going to use the boots right away in order to get to... bonk a book off the shelf of the library here. And yeah, he got this right. So
Love it.
all right. Other very subtle difference between the English version and the Japanese version is that on this area of the game, this region of the game, it's actually the Kakariko Village music that plays, but only in the English version. In the Japanese version of the game, it's the Hyrule Field music that plays.
And then, oh, we lost it.
Yeah. It's okay. We'll see it again later.
We're getting ready for adventure.
Yeah. All right, so now that we have unlocked literacy, we're going to put our literacy to the test by reading some ancient stone tablets, not to be confused with the game BS Zelda Ancient Stone Tablets. That'll get us into Desert Palace, and it'll be a good time.
while we're adventuring, can I sneak in a couple of donations?
Yeah, go for it.
We have a $50 donation from Never Knows Best that says, excited for live music. Thank you so much for that $50 contribution. And we also had a $25 donation from Dark Claw Bunny saying, smiley face, doing a lovely job, Danny. Congrats on the fun reaching 4K. I haven't played any Zelda games, but I'm loving learning about these games. So much love and passion put into beating the game with maximum efficiency.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks everyone for donating. You all are absolutely incredible. All right, Desert Palace. I'm going to remember to pick up the arrows, which are in this one, because we're going to want to beat Landmola's, the boss of this dungeon, with arrows. In any percent speed runs, this is often a run killer for, and you'll be able to see why when we get to the boss. But for now, we get to enjoy some more Light World dungeon music.
I'm inspiring you to beat this boss.
Wow! Yeah. Don't have to open that, that's a compass. Cannonballs decided not to be nice. The strategy for this room is basically you dash and hope that you don't get hit by a ball. It's, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Gonna remember the magic there.
What phenomenally beautiful music. Am I right, audience? And so much love coming in the chat as well. Danny, can I sneak in some more donations?
Please, yeah.
Partyman X, one of our runners this marathon, donated $50. No comment, but thank you for your support, both as a talent as well as a donor.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
And speaking of, we got just under $90 from Alta Biscuit saying, I lost count during what was extraordinarily bad luck, so this should cover it. Thanks for having me, and 4K hype. That's right, we got that 4K fursuit milestone incentive.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Alta Biscuit. I'm sorry that the game decided to not cooperate in the end, but your cosplay was also incredible. Alright, so this is a trick called a key dash. You notice how I was able to just run right through the door while opening it? That only works on particular vertical pixels. If there's a wall or a torch or some kind of object, something to rub up against, then that lines you up perfectly for a key dash. So I'm able to go right through like that without bonking off the door. So part of the run and part of getting used to the strategy is looking for places where you can do that small trick. And you gotta do as many key dashes as possible when I'm being accompanied by the keyotter.
Yay!
Gonna grab a little bit more of the safeties in this room leading up to Landmola's. This is the heart, I believe. And we'll switch to bow. And here we go. So Landmola's. The way this fight works, there are 3 worms. Each of them takes 8 hits. A slash will do 1, a spin attack or an arrow shot will do 2. Try to minimize the number of cycles possible, but this fight is difficult to optimize because, as you can see, they kind of move at largely unpredictable patterns.
You got this.
Yeah. Taking a lot more damage than I would prefer. Yeah, I'll focus on getting through.
Oh my god, so tense!
Alright, so now that I've beaten 2 of them, when the third one comes out, it's going to shoot projectiles in 8 directions. But we got through it.
I was looking at your heart gauge. Holy mackerel.
Woo! Thank you. I was not looking at the heart gauge at first. I very much was later on. All right. So now, here's another difference that is unfortunately like a cool trick that's exclusive to the Japanese version of the run. This is normally where you would do something called fake flippers. And the idea behind fake flippers is that if you transition while you're in the water, even though I don't have the flippers right now, it would trick the game into thinking that I do. And that lets me use a whirlpool in the water that allows me to get to Death Mountain just a bit quicker. But unfortunately, since I don't have access to that, then I'm going to have to walk there a bit longer in what is called the Breezeway.
Sounds nice and breezy.
Yeah.
And we get to hear more awesome music.
Yeah. Oh, man. I did not mean to activate all 3 colors of guard there.
Oh my gosh, we've gotten so many donations. I just realized I have to put on the fursuit head for the end.
Yep. Yep. That was met a long time ago,
my
Key.
gosh.
Welcome to the program.
Oh, wow.
Can I share a couple of donations?
Yeah,
to get
please
us
do.
there?
Please
we had
do.
$20 earlier from Drake. Also, no comment, but thank you so much for the generous support. And we also have Morshu donating $7, saying lamp oil, rope, bombs. You want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rupees. And that got us to another funny number, $4,369. Nice.
Delightful. For what it's worth, everyone, I actually really like the 6-7 meme. I'm not afraid to admit that. It's the first, like, math numbers that are family-friendly since 42. And I want there to be funny math numbers that exist as someone who is a math major.
You heard it, folks. Let's get those $6 donations, $7 donations, whatever have you.
6 or 7, that's a fantastic amount to donate. All right, so we're about to come up to the only instance of a fan favorite track. This is the not Dark Claw, but Bunny theme.
The bunny.
Yeah. And I'm going to play it for as long as you hear it in the regular game.
Aw.
So normally that's as long as you hear it, but chat, just for you and just because you've been so awesome about donating, let's hear a little bit more.
Yeah, buddies!
Let's hear what these guys have to say too.
Let's give it up for Bunny Theme,
Bunny
everyone.
theme!
Goodness. We are getting some wild donations coming in, so I know that we just entered a dungeon, so just cue me in whenever ready.
Yeah, go for it, go for it.
Okay, awesome. So in addition to, 6, 7 donations, Sexrex donates $50, which is normally an innocuous donation, but it's going to make me read, why do they call it oven when you in the cold food and out hot eat the food?
Amazing.
I've been wondering that myself.
Right, exactly.
Oh, wow, I see we're at 4444. That's a very funny math number, but let's keep the donations coming.
Donations coming
Yeah.
in indeed. All right, we have Clinkit who donated $25 saying, hello, Danny and Key. I'm so excited to get to watch you share some musical Zelda magic as the finale for Midwest Speedfest. You're both so incredibly talented and always a joy to watch in your performances. Best of luck with the rest of the run. Zeldathon is cheering for you.
Thank you so much, Clinkit. Oh my gosh. Hi, Zeldathon friends, and hi, Clinkit especially. Oh my god. So we debuted this segment at a Zeldathon previously, and it's been so much fun. It's been a real delight to get to bring it to Midwest Speedfest, do it in person once again, and especially to have it for the finale run. It's really something special for us, and hopefully we're making it something special for you too.
Yeah, this is so cool. Shout out Midwest Speedfest for having us. Shout out VGM Con for being an amazing event all weekend long. And shout out to all of you for helping us raise money for P-Fun Foundation.
Woo! Yes, helping us raise money was a generous $100 donation from Lapis Lazuli.
Oh, wow.
Saying very appreciative of what you do to support LGBTQIA+ community. No matter what, we are together as LGBTQIA+.
Yeah!
That's right, everyone. Once again, you're watching Midwest Speedfest 2026, a charity speedrun marathon live from BGMCon stitched together near Minneapolis, Minnesota, supporting P-Fun's Foundation's Emergency Fund. P-Fun Foundation is an LGBTQ+ community foundation serving the entire upper Midwest. From the Emergency Fund, P-Fun will be issuing grants this spring to 30+ organizations across the upper Midwest that work to promote our rural LGBTQ+ communities and those advocating for trans and gender expansive rights and resources. Exclamation point donate in chat. Let's make that number go up!
Woo! Let's go! So gloss over it there. A little bit of tech that I used in that room was a bomb jump. I aligned myself as pretty much close to the hole without falling into it as possible, using a spin attack to set myself up to do so. That let me bomb across the gap in order to get to the chest that contains the moon pearl that all those NPCs really wanted me about. But now, for everyone's favorite boss, Moldorm. So the way the Moldorm fight works with the Fisher-Price sword that I'm wielding is that just hit him 6 times. Unfortunately, he speeds up the 6th time. If you fall off the stage, you have to start from the fight from the beginning. If you fall through the middle hole specifically, then not only do you have to restart the fight from the beginning, but you have to climb up an additional floor, and that's bad. But the Molder fight went really well this time.
Nicely done.
Really happy that that went well. That could also be a very major reset point for runners for obvious reasons.
You're such a pro, Danny.
Thanks. I'm flying by the seat of my the seat of this seat. So one other thing about this category, no major glitches, is that it's not said in the title. It's not said in the category name, but it's also no save and quit. The reason why is if we were to allow saving and quitting, then we would have the opportunity to start at either the Sanctuary or Link's house at any point in the Light World, or at the Pyramid at any point in the Dark World. After going to Death Mountain, then we could also start on top of Death Mountain. But the reason why we don't want any saving and quitting is that we would save and quit a lot. It would be too overpowered and make the run movement less interesting. But here is the original Lost Woods theme. I'm gonna pick up this mushroom.
Oh wait, this is a special moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, the Master Sword!
Woo! It's so blue and glowing.
Cool.
Yeah. And now that we have the Master Sword, Sahasrahla decides that it's appropriate to talk to us and stick us in a cutscene before we have the chance to use it. But Sahasrahla's like, "Yay! Congratulations, you have the Master Sword." And now Zelda is like, "Help! The soldiers are coming to Sanctuary." What unfortunate timing. So, we're gonna go on our way to save Princess Zelda, as Link is wont to do.
While we're adventuring out, may I read a few
Yeah,
donations?
please do.
All right, we had a $50 donation from Eye of Newt, who shared, "While Link's Awakening was my first Zelda, Twilight Princess is very near and dear to my heart. TP's Lake Hylia theme is so soothing, and while the Twilight theme is so dissonant. Kind of like light and dark, huh? Thank you to all the runners and volunteers making this event what it is. Love y'all, less than 3. Eye of Newt, we love you too.
Love that so much. Thank you for shouting out the Lake Hylia theme in particular. Key, do you know that one?
I don't know if I know that one, actually.
It alternates between two really gorgeous extended chords. They have ninths and 11ths in them, and it's actually a really fun, soothing, peaceful track to jam on. All right, so now that we have the Master Sword, we can break through that barrier. I'm using what's called the dinner bell strat here, because I can just charge up, double spin attack, and kill those two guards like that. But yeah, Lake Hylia theme from Twilight Princess. Big fan of that track. I covered it way back in the day on the Danny Music channel. Alright, so going through Aghanim's Tower. Aghanim's Tower is a pretty linear dungeon. A couple dark rooms. These can be difficult to do in a randomizer setting where you might not have this lamp, this light cone, and just have to memorize this maze. But I'll talk a little bit about the Aghanim fight that is upcoming, and we can get a little bit of a prediction going on, either in chat or with donations if we want. The way the Aghanim fight works is that it operates on a cycle. He'll shoot projectiles at you. The first projectile can always be reflected back. The second, third, and fourth projectiles that he shoots at you have a 50% chance of being the one that can be reflected back, and a 50% chance of being the blue projectile that cannot. The fifth projectile of each cycle is a lightning shot that cannot be reflected back at him. So we have a 50-50 chance on some attacks of him firing a blue projectile. So a major RNG point of the run is how many blue projectiles are we going to get. And I'm using the word projectile because oftentimes people say a different word. But yeah, what is your prediction for the number of projectiles that we'll see that are suboptimal?
Chat, send in your opinions, send in your donations, and we'd love to go and see how many blue projectiles there will be.
Yeah. JD or Key, do you have any predictions?
Wait, I was so focused on
I'm thinking
this,
it's 6 or 7.
I didn't listen. Oh.
6 or 7. 6 or 7 would be terrible RNG, but
Right.
we'll take it. We'll take
Hey,
it.
more marathon.
Yeah. The expected value.
But for real, 3.
Yeah, the expected value would be 3. 2 would be fantastic. The last time that I ran this game at a marathon, I had 0, and it was incredible.
Yo, let's go.
And that was at the previous Zeldathon, actually.
Shout outs to Zeldathon.
Ooh, Ganon's so evil.
Yeah. Oh no, Princess Zelda! Amazing timing. All right, here we go. So this one's always going to be good. This has 50% chance of being good, 50% chance of not. Eels. So that's 1. Escalators, escalators, escalators. Eels.
2.
We're already, All right, escalators,
Yay.
escalators. All right, this one's lightning. Get a break ground, get a breather. All right, this one's always going to be good. Okay, here we go. Escalators, 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 escalators. Eels.
Uh-oh.
Escalators, 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 escalators. Eels.
No.
And eels.
Oh no, I cursed it.
6 or 7 is looking really likely right now. All right, this one's always going to be good. Escalators, 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 escalators. Escalators!
Yeah.
All right, we need one more, one more. Eels.
Oh, no.
That's 6. Escalator.
Hey.
All right. Well, I'm glad we at least got the 6 of the 6 or 7, because if we got the 7, then we'd have to wait another lightning cycle.
Rough.
All right. So this is indeed an entirely muted part right now as Sahasrara talks to us. But folks, chat, audience, we all know the theme that's coming. Keyotter, you know the theme that's coming.
Oh, wait, I do?
We'll find out.
It'll be good.
We'll
It'll be
find out. He just starts playing the Mario theme.
good. It's a Yoshi song, right? That's what
Right.
actually-
Yeah, let's go with that. Sahasrarla really wants to tell me what to do.
Key.
Yeah!
Let's give it up for keyotter on the keys, everyone!
Even the monkey is giving it up for you. He's saying key, 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 key.
Oh, thanks, Monkey and everyone.
Danny Key, is this a good time to sneak in some donations?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Awesome. We have, hopping on our earlier cheering of our LGBTQIA plus community, an anonymous donor, viewer of Midwest Speedfest donates $50 saying trans rights.
Trans rights! Let's go!
And Talstrace helped me out earlier with $5 donation saying to help sex rights out, when the food cold out, eat the food cold in, not out oven hot. So when hot in oven food, you out hot food eat, and of cold out food, whereby food hot is.
You
Hopefully
catch
this
that?
helps. Lesson 3.
Thank you so much, Alcarace. All right, so we're going to be coming on a relatively difficult trick in this dungeon. Actually, I need to be doing this. I learned a better order of operations recently. So gonna grab this key here, mirror back to the top, reset to 1. That's music parlance, reset to 1.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Oh, the music resets too?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay. You know what? I gotta say, this is the Dark World dungeon theme, and it's definitely my least favorite song in the whole soundtrack, because it's, well, I mean, how would I describe this one?
Very gloomy.
And we actually, I think, have a secret donation incentive. Maybe this is a good time to announce
Yeah,
that.
Key, if you're kind of tired of playing this, I'm thinking, say, at $4,600, you get the opportunity to just, choose a different song that you think may be appropriate. And let's go with every $100 milestone after that, you get to choose another song.
Oh my
and
gosh.
We've got 7 more dungeons after this, right?
We do, and I have, well, bad news. We're going to hear this song a lot if you don't help me out.
Yeah, exactly. So, chat, audience, if we could get to $4,600, we could free Key from the curse of the Dark World dungeon theme. We made it, everyone!
Oh my god!
My goodness. So, for every $100, we're unlocking Key's opportunity to choose a different song for the Dark World dungeons that are coming up, because that's the majority of the run. So,
That is.
Key, what's coming up
I'm
now?
thinking one of my personal favorites, Dragon Roost Island
Dragon
from the Wind
Roost
Waker.
Island!
Oh, I didn't have the pixel right. All right, I'm gonna have to do the gamer lean one moment. There, I got it. Okay, so that trick is called Hammer Yump. Both the vertical positions for Link are both pixel perfect there, and the floor is collapsing, so you only have a limited amount of time to do it. One of the more difficult tricks that you have to deal with in any percent. So going to get that hammer and get the key, and now we can make our way to the boss. Yep, you're gonna make your way to the boss.
There we
Am
go.
I a small key or a boss key?
Oh, you're a boss key. You're playing
Yeah,
amazing.
You are a boss
You're playing
key.
fantastic right now.
Can I share a couple of donations that helped us break that 4.6?
100%, I would love to hear.
We had a $25 donation from Stone, who just celebrates with Bunny!
Banooey!
And we also got a $75 donation from the Toter saying, thanks to all the volunteers who could make this happen. We couldn't do it without you, and we can't wait to see you again next year. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, the Toter.
Yes, that's right. And being here, Midwest Speedfest is taking place at VGMCon Stitched Together. VGMCon is an annual celebration in Minnesota that combines music performance with tournaments, indie games, panels, workshops, energy drinks, and a whole lot of fun. Its purpose is to create a community of engaged creators and fans around video games through unique experiences you can't find at home. The Midwest Speedfest team is grateful to once again be a part of VGMCon and would like to thank them for providing resources and support to help us host our marathon since 2019. Let's hear it for VGMCon!
Woo! Yeah, this entire event has been such a joy to participate in. Like, always being surrounded by so many enthusiastic people that are excited to share their love of music, gaming, anything that's in between, and it's been amazing. The culture here is incredible, and I'm really happy with what you all have been able to build.
Absolutely so incredible. So folks, as a reminder, we unlocked different music for this Dark World dungeon, but in order to unlock the next one, we have to hit $4,700. Otherwise, Key's gonna get thrown right back into the Dark World.
Oh no!
Not the Dark World dungeon! Alright, so this is Helmasaur. Helmasaur, it takes exactly 17 hits to break the mask. Or you can use a bomb. The bomb does the equivalent of 4 hits of damage, and I had kind of bad timing there with the fireball attack. Now that we've broken the mask, we can just hit him with the sword, and there he goes. Yeah, thanks for the claps.
Wow!
That fight can go a lot worse than that when he uses his fireball projectiles in combination with the tail. All right. Now, if you'd like to, you can take a little bit of a breather, because the game audio is going to come back while we talk to our friend, the Maiden here.
Actually, I am going to take a little stretch break.
Yeah.
Always good to stand up and stretch while you're gaming.
Completely stretching.
Or playing piano.
We got some stretching happening backstage as well in the audience. Love it, everybody.
All right. Whew. Well, I'm very glad that I didn't have to play the Dark World dungeon theme for that entire dungeon.
For sure.
It would have been a while.
That's my personal dungeon.
But we haven't met 4,700 yet, so, you know, you might be back into the Dark World dungeon again.
Oh, no!
No!
I mean, unless, you know, chat, you know, shows up, right? And you know, we'll see if it happens.
Yeah.
I believe in you, chat.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
Oh, wait, but we are back in the Dark World overworld. Let's go.
The theme from the Dark World! The theme from the Dark World! Alright, so we picked up the hammer earlier. Another trick that's fun in the English version that's unfortunately not possible in the Japanese version is called hammer dashing, which is super simple to do. If you just press the dash button and the item button at the same time, then you can do a dash. It'll look very funny and let Link pound all 3 of those pegs in one blow. But unfortunately, not playing the Japanese version, so I gotta do it the manual way. But we are gonna go to the grove of one of the local actual musicians of this game.
Music in the Link Zelda game at a video game music con?
Imagine. Yeah, so this little dragon on a stump.
Do we hear his song yet?
Not quite technically. And it's coded into the game as a sound effect, so we are going to hear him play here too.
Okay, I'll try to play along. No, he's gone.
No! We love him. We're gonna carry his song with us, quite literally. So yeah, he gets he gets transported away to the Dark World. He was implied to be the nephew of the old man of the Death Mountain area, who was searching for the Golden Power and got lost along the way. But yeah, here we're in Kakariko for real. I'm going to actually grab a safety item, a bottle, just in case. Now that we've beaten Aghanim, Kakariko Village is full of soldiers.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We can do a salute.
So pretty.
Sometimes I hear him referred to as the swag duck. We like that duck. He's a very big friend.
Let's hear it for those song changes. That was smooth. How far are we from the next Dark World dungeon?
I'm impressed. We're right there.
Oh, we're only at $4,655.
Oh
so
my gosh, no!
we might
Well, that's
need that
okay,
Dark
but
World
maybe
dungeon.
someone would help a poor otter
That's right.
out.
We're only $45 away from the next $100 to unlock a different song for the Dark World dungeon.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'm going to have to listen to this the whole time.
Oh my gosh, Bonk.
Oh no! Someone donate. Someone donate, please.
Alright. So, if you've played this game casually, you might notice that we're clearing the dungeons in a slightly different order than the crystals are presented on the map screen. The reason that we want to do this is we're in Thieves Town right now, which is marked as Dungeon 4. We get the Titan's Mitt from Thieves Town, and using the Titan's Mitt, we can save a blacksmith. When we save the blacksmith will upgrade our sword, and we want to have that upgraded sword as soon as possible so we can use it to beat the next couple of bosses. So that's the main reason why we're doing Thieves Town now. I'm gonna grab this heart.
$40 away. We got there!
Oh my gosh, we got there! Let's go!
Key, what is gonna be the track that's coming up next?
Oh, wow. Let's see. What would be a good choice here? Maybe...
We are in
oh, I heard someone in the audience say Song of Storms. Let's do it.
Let's do it. So excellent,
Absolutely
everyone.
lovely.
Helping us get there was an anonymous $25 donation, a $45 donation from Palm saying, oh, this might be a request for the next one when we get to the next thing.
Okay.
Can I request the next one be the Palace theme from Zelda 2?
Wait, that
You actually can. You actually can.
do that
Go. So maybe if we get to 4,800, that's going to be the next theme, all right? We could go ahead and do that.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Palm. Definitely a friend of the show. Oh, let's go. Funk it up.
Yeah.
My health is keeping the pulse for you.
There you go.
Let's go. Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Oh my gosh. Also earlier, we had a $100
no.
donation for Bahamut X saying, I'm glad I was able to catch some of the end of the marathon. Wish I was there with you all. Congratulations on passing 4K. Loving the live piano accompaniment. Good luck with the rest of your run. Bahamut X, thank you so much for that generous donation earlier.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh. All right. All right. I was scared. Don't worry.
Oh,
I was scared.
We all were scared.
All right. All right. Titansmith.
There we
Hooray.
go.
All right, so the person following us is definitely the maiden that we have to save. Definitely the maiden.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. No way someone like that would betray us.
Right.
So we're going to do the thing that we want to do when we save a maiden from a dungeon and take her to this room in particular. Too bright!
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Oh boy, I'm off script. Okay.
You got this, Danny.
Yeah, okay, I don't got this. That's all right, that's all right, that's all right. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so the unfortunate part is that subsequent attempts are going to be made more difficult because the boss already starts in the position in the room.
Yeah.
So the setup that I used that ended up getting messed up there is not going to work. It's a little bit unfortunate that that happened, but it's okay. Hopefully I'll get it on this next clear attempt.
Ah.
Yeah. So here I'm basically playing casually, and I don't have the ability to predict where the projectiles are going to go.
I believe in you. You got it.
Okay.
We got it.
Thanks.
Woo! Excellent. Good job.
Thanks. Yeah, so to clarify a little bit about what happened there, blind is a scripted fight. So what that means is that if you're able to attack blind as fast as possible each time, then his movement patterns are known, and the patterns of the projectiles that fly from him, both his head's shooting around and then the fireballs that they shoot, those patterns are known, so you can move in the same way in a predictable pattern to avoid his attacks each time. However, during that first set of 3 hits, I was a little bit late on getting the third hit, which sent me off of that pattern, and from there I wasn't able to predict the movement quite as much. But that's also the reason why the re-entry of the blind fight is a more difficult battle, because there is a script for that, but it's not really known by most runners, because usually you're going to just try to do it right the first time.
Right. Excellent. So while we're adventuring, once again, we had cleared a dungeon, but the next Dark World dungeon will be coming up. We're sitting at $4,710, and at $4,800, we'll unlock that Palace Zelda 2 song.
Mm-hmm.
That might be like the best dungeon theme in the series.
It really
We
is.
want to hear it. Let's get those donations in! Donate in chat.
Alright, so as I mentioned earlier, the reason why we wanted the Titan's Mitt was to turn this frog into a prince. And by a prince, I mean someone who looks like this. But they're a prince to me because they get to upgrade the sword, and the tempered sword that the blacksmiths give is so much better than the master sword. That was a nice jingle. Let's hear it again.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I actually screwed up. I forgot to talk to him to ask him to temper the sword first. All right, we're going to hear the jingle twice more.
Remember, folks, never assume that people know what you want. You have to verbally communicate.
There we go. So that was enough time for him to temper the sword. They're very good at their job. Now we get to hold it alight and advertise it to the world. One more time. Alright, so you also notice that I'm taking a little bit of extra time to pick up some more rupees that will be relevant after this next dungeon that we go to, which is Skull Woods.
while we're picking up some extra cash, you mind if I share some extra cash that came in for P-Fun?
Yeah, go for it.
Awesome. Earlier, Turtle Run donated $6, saying $1 per blue ball. Best Zelda, A Link to the Past. Best Zelda song, all of them. Do I have to choose? Okay, let's go with an underrated one. Linebeck's theme from Phantom Hourglass.
Thank you so much for saying that.
Oh, wait. Also, I just heard the live piano start playing Dark World Overworld, so I also picked that, :3.
Good stuff. Oh, man. Linebeck's theme. I won't say who, but a friend that I was talking to at VGMCon has mentioned being interested in making a pirate album, and right away I was very quick to recommend Linebeck's theme.
Oh wait, and this is the dungeon, isn't it?
It is.
Oh my gosh, 1 second.
$4,710, Key.
Oh wait, we're not there yet?
Oh, no. We need 4,800.
Well, help me out, chat.
Ah!
Because otherwise, it's time for my favorite song.
Oh, this one's
Oh
different,
wait, I
though.
forgot. We do actually get to go back outside.
Yeah.
Oh, phew.
There you go. A brief reprieve. Let's get those donations in, chat. ! Donate.
Skullwoods is a bit out of a workout for Key.
Yeah, it
Because
does go back and forth.
a couple quick transitions here. Going to be doing another bomb jump. Set ourselves nicely against the hole to jump over it like that. Got the fire rod. Now we're going to do this to walk back out.
Walk out. Okay, okay, cool. Bump, 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 bump.
Sounded like Megalovania for a second.
I would never play that.
No.
Wait, is that one of the options that you'll end up choosing?
I mean, it could be. Oh, back inside, back inside.
Oh, yeah. Fireball, you were in the way that time. Doesn't normally do that.
And folks, while we're making our way through, if you are enjoying how this live accompaniment sounds, Midwest Speedfest would like to send a special thanks to LPAV for providing equipment for our marathon since 2017. LPAV has been Minnesota's trusted video and audio vendor since 2003. Having worked with companies such as Mountain Dew and Microsoft, you can trust LPAV will do it right the first time. Please support them by checking out their eBay store, which you can find in our Twitch bio, or by typing !LPAV in chat.
Mothula, this can also be a difficult boss for people. The way that this fight works is it's coded very bizarrely. All right, he's gone now. But
Oh, wow.
Nice, GG's.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm happy with that fight. That can go way worse than that. But what I was explaining is that the way that the fight is coded is that they wanted to have the spikes be a hazard, but Mothula interacts with the spikes. So the way they decided to code that is that the spikes deal the equivalent amount of damage as the golden sword, which I'm not going to be getting in this run, but it's the highest damaging sword. So spikes deal Mothula the equivalent of golden sword damage, but Mothula is immune to golden sword damage. So that's how it's coded, but it has a weird idiosyncrasy where if you do a spin attack with the tempered sword, that also does golden sword damage. So if you do a spin attack with the tempered sword, Mothula doesn't take any damage at all.
That's a good ability to have.
If you were to have the golden sword, then you would have to do sword pokes. Oh, I'm doing the wrong thing. You would have to do sword pokes in order to deal damage with them, which would be interesting, but awkward. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to hear it again.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
I know that we're going to be coming up on our next Dark World dungeon soon. We're at $4,740. We want to get to 4,800 to now officially unlock that extra song from Zelda 2. So let's go ahead and make that happen, chat. Exclamation point donate.
Awesome. Yeah. Temple theme from Dungeon 2 is one of my favorites. And if you're too young to have heard it, it's also in Super Smash Bros. Lately all of them because it's such a good song. But it started off in Melee. And I'm not afraid to admit that Melee was the first time that I heard that song myself.
Same.
While we're making our way, may I share a couple more donations?
Please do.
Awesome. Helping us get towards that 4,800 was a $5 donation from Ad129 saying, "Hey, Danny.
Hi,
hey,
Ad.
Key. This has been an amazing run so far. I remember last year when we met at my first VGM Con/Speedfest. It's an honor to call you my friend, Danny. Super glad to have helped with many things with the setup. Let's get that 5,000. Less than 3. Oh my gosh, we are $260 away from 5K for P-Fun.
That's incredible.
Happen, everyone. Exclamation point donate in chat.
That is awesome. Also, hi, Ad. Thank you so much. I also worked with Ad for a marathon called Multithon that they volunteered at, and that was wonderful. All right, so lately doing a bit of shopping. You need that Quake medallion for a lot later to enter Turtle Rock. And now we're going to get the flippers for real. First, we have to navigate this waterway that would be significantly more convenient to navigate if you already had the flippers, but alas. The flippers are obtained by this Zora here. 500 rupees for the pair, but fortunately we collected that from the houses that had been abandoned in Thieves Town.
It's highway robbery, honestly.
It really is. It's awful if you play a Link to the Past randomizer, where if you're not familiar with the concept of a randomizer, the general idea is that the game is randomized such that anywhere that could be an item has the potential to be a different item instead. So in the randomizer community, sometimes we call him Scamfish because you buy something from him, you can spend 500 rupees on his item and it's a single arrow, or in some cases, a single rupee.
Yeah, you could turn 500 rupees into 5 rupees.
Yeah, it's maybe not the best ROI. So, as a little bit of a marathon safety thing, I'm going to do the next dungeons in the reverse order from how you would normally do them in No Major Glitches. So I'm choosing to do Swamp Palace first. And the reason I'm doing Swamp Palace first and getting lost along the path is that Swamp Palace is where you get the hookshot, and the hookshot is useful in Ice Palace, which will come afterward.
All right, folks, let's get those donations in. We're still sitting at 4.7K, 4.7, 4,067, 47667, 667.
667?
To help us out here, we're at an hour 3, and I'd like to say, at an hour and 7 minutes, which is 67 minutes, I'd like everyone to put in their $6 or $7 donations, and I will read off as many as I can at an hour 7 minutes. How about that, chat? And that gets us closer to the 4,800 to get that theme.
I love that.
And we definitely need it because we're about to hear this one again.
Dark World Dungeon. We got it! We got it! Thank you so much!
Alrighty.
That
let's do
Palace
this.
Zelda 2. Break the targets. And speaking of, we are indeed breaking those targets of $100 per per song here. Thank you so much, everyone, for your generous donations to help us get there. Chipping in on that was Cornell the Otter, sending in $25 saying, "Save my cute otter fiance from playing the Dark World Dungeon theme." Favorite Zelda game is Twilight Princess, and favorite Zelda track is at the moment is the main theme from Echoes of Wisdom.
Ooh, that is a
Banger.
great pick.
Thanks, Cornell.
Yeah. Echoes of Wisdom main theme is such a cute track, too. It has, like, the Link's Awakening toy, like woodwindy instrumentation, and that plus the art style that had been inspired by the remake of Link's Awakening, like it's a gorgeous aesthetic experience.
While we're working through this dungeon, may I read off a few more
Please
donations?
do.
We had Rhubarb donate $5. No comment, but thank you so much for the additional contributions. And we had Dark Claw Money coming back with another $25 saying, "Evil bad, no good music be gone." Also, trans rights are human rights. Indeed.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
And folks, once again, every $100 unlocks Key's opportunity to replace the Dark World dungeon theme with a different theme. That's a much better banger that's out here. We're at 4,807, which got us for this dungeon, but we need to get to 4,900 to unlock the next song. At an hour and 7 minutes, which is coming up soon, I'd love to see any 6-7 donations because Danny is a fan of the meme. Let's make it happen, chat. ! Donate.
Key, can you play the 6 chord followed by the 7 chord in music?
Never.
If we get a 6-7 donation, we could hear that. Like flat, you can make it flat 6, flat 7, because that's a really popular video game cadence, and it'll sound nice.
That's actually true, yeah.
I had never considered this, and I'm like, what?
All right, this is the hook shot, the original appearance of the hook shot, and it is spelled as 2 words. I believe it's the only Zelda game that spells hook shot as 2 separate words. So some fun trivia if you're interested. And I have to push the statue because there's a trick that I'm not allowed to do in this category. But there is a little bit of tech in pushing the statue. You notice how I was intentionally kind of wiggling back and forth as I was moving that? Every time you make contact with the statue, it gives you another opportunity to push it, and it avoids the slow pixels. Yeah, about to come to the boss of Swamp Palace. Sometimes we call this the Death by Paper Cuts dungeon, because there's nothing in Swamp Palace that's particularly difficult and damaging, but a lot of small things that can really hit you if you're not careful. Like this one here, it's very difficult to avoid the water skater while you're jumping in the water. Love that transition. Alright, so this is Gus, but he decided to take up piracy, so now he's called Argus. He has a little puffballs that surround him. Hookshot away the puffballs to make his eye vulnerable. And once his eye is vulnerable, then you can give him the best eye doctor's medication of 2 spin slashes, and we're done. If you have the fire rod and can switch to it, then that will also work and potentially be even more painful.
Woo. Nice
Well
work.
done.
All right, this is my stretch break.
Yeah, this maiden in particular is very chatty.
I mean, if I was like locked up in a crystal all the time, I would probably want to talk. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. How are you doing?
Good. This is so much fun. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Audience, how are you doing? Twitch chat, how are you doing?
Yeah.
And I'm totally blown away. Oh, look at that donation
Oh
number.
my goodness! Well, we crossed that threshold for 4,900. Coming in to help out with that was a donation that came in from username 67.
Oh
donating
my goodness.
$67 that says 67.
Thank you so much. That is amazing.
Lots of other
All right, you ready?
donations came in as well, but Key, Danny, take it away.
Yeah, feel free to read some of those donations off. We're gonna make our way to Ice Palace, which is right next door.
happy to go ahead and do so. We had $25 from Glide Path saying utterly great tunes.
Hey!
And we had a $42 donation from the Midwest Speedfest 2026 Twitch subs and bits saying, this is the Twitch subs and bits fundraise during Midwest Speedfest 2026. Thank you everyone for supporting the P-Fun Foundation.
That's wonderful. No, incredible.
We also had another $5 come in from Rhubarb. Thank you so much for your continued generosity. And we had a $100 donation.
Woo!
From Maddie Inc. saying, been a wonderful weekend. Thanks to everyone helping put on a great show. See y'all next year. Thank you so much, all of you.
We got new music. We got new music.
I thought we were $1 away.
No. We've met the 4900.
Yeah.
That was earlier.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Wow,
So you
y'all
get
are so
the
good.
dealer's choice. But if we raise one more dollar, we'll unlock the next
one.
dungeons.
Well, how about since we're in the Ice Palace?
Yeah.
Zorro domain from Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, the Zoras are right next door.
And it's really chill. Isn't this a chill dungeon?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It does look chill aesthetically. Coming up next is kind of a rite of passage for A Link to the Past speedrunner and randomizer player. This is the infamous Ice Palace Bomb Jump, or IPBJ, which I'm going to be getting here. And see if I get this trick to work with the Stalfos. Place a bomb, and shoot him into it. The bomb hits both of them, and they go away. Gonna get these bombs for safety. And I'm at full hearts, which is nice, because I can just use sword beams to take out this jellyfish. Get a key. Not full hearts anymore, but that's alright. Alright, gonna be in gamer mode a second. Alright, got it in one. So, for that trick again, the positioning of the bomb as well as the movement that I do in order to be in position when Link jumps across the gap, there are several options that work. People kind of have their favorite pixels and cues that they look for. That's the one that I use. There are some other options that work, but regardless, both of those are pixel perfect. Alright. Yeah, but doing that Ice Palace bomb jump allows us to basically skip half the dungeon. Unfortunately for us, it allows us to skip the half of the dungeon that has the boss key, so I'm not actually going to be opening the chest there, which has the blue mail. I'm going to be spending the entire game on the weakest armor upgrade, and just try not to get hit. What could go wrong? But yeah, with that, we're at the boss Cold Stare, and this is a potential difficult one. We'll see how it goes. Oh. Okay.
Not only did we beat that boss, but we beat $5,000 for the
Yo!
P-Fun Foundation!
Amazing.
Amazing.
I don't know any of those.
The CDI actually has really good music, with the exception of Zelda's Adventure. Yeah.
Danny, how many dungeons do we have left?
We have Meyer, Turtle Rock, and Ganon's Tower, so 3 more.
There we go. So we did unlock this custom song for the next one, indeed.
Okay.
So 5,100 for the one after that. But I also want to challenge chat. What if we were to, like, we're not going to stop at 5,200 for P-Fun Foundation. Let's do 5,250. Like, that's a fun number. And we will get to play the credits.
Yeah!
With you in Fursuit Key. So let's keep those donations rolling in. Let's continue supporting P-Fun Foundation. Exclamation point donate in chat. Let's go.
Yes, and we have a bonus thing for this credit incentive. If y'all can get us there, I will play the credits as a duet alongside Danny Music on the electronic wind instrument, which will be really, really cool.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I can't pick it up right now, but I will show it off when I get a chance. I'll show it off when I get a chance. Yeah. So right now I'm going to be doing a little bit of shopping, get ourselves some items that we'll be needing later.
Let's see. Wait. Oh no, I got lost in my thing. Where am I going right now?
Yeah. It's all good.
Oh wait, this is a special one. This is.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Thanks for waiting, Danny.
No problem. Fun fact about that one is that track, it also plays during the title screen, and it set off the long-standing Zelda tradition of having the fairy fountain music play during the file name select off screen. But in the game's files, it is stored as a separate track. There is one very small difference between the two themes, and that the file select music doesn't have that beautiful arpeggiated intro that Key played during the Goddess Awakes version, which is what plays in the Fairy Fountain. So we've got that ice rod. The ice rod is required for exactly one thing and one thing only. We could have gotten this as soon as we left Hyrule Castle, right at the very beginning of the game, but the only thing that we actually need it for is the boss of Turtle Rock, the last dungeon before Ganon's Tower. If you play A Link to the Past randomizer, then you're probably also acutely aware of this fact, and sometimes it can be very difficult and problematic to find the ice rod, so we call it an ice rod hunt in those shenanigans. In those situations, I should say. Yeah, we picked up the Ether Medallion from that tablet. And the Ether Medallion is used to unlock the next dungeon, Misery Mire. Now, I was very careful to avoid taking damage here because there's something cool that I can try to pull off in this first room if I am successful at it.
Key, what's the song now?
Oh my gosh, there's so many good picks. How about maybe a little bit of...
Yeah!
Hey!
We've already heard the Lost Words music. The other Lost Words music.
And to celebrate... Oh. Okay, I'm getting the nod. To celebrate us crossing that 5K mark, we have $10 from Cornell the Otter, once again, saying 5K hype!
5K hype!
And $10 from one of our generous viewers as well. Whether you're here or elsewhere, thank you so much for supporting P-Fun Foundation while we're here at Midwest Speedfest live from BGM Con, stitched together.
That's wonderful.
Let's hear it, audience!
So a little trick that in that room, you might have noticed that as I was pushing the block, while the block is in motion, it ceases to be a solid object, which means that you can shoot fire right through that. If you're playing the Japanese version, then you can use the mirror as you're pushing the block, and for whatever reason, that banishes the block to the Dark World. It just gets deleted from existence.
There we go.
However, doing that doesn't work in the Dark World dungeons, because if you do it in a Dark World dungeon, then you'll get sent back to the front. You'll reset to 1.
It's like dividing by 0, yeah. we had a $6 donation coming in from Puma and Cyrus saying, we like having things end in 0 or 5, laugh emoji. But love that 5,019 has been raised so far. That's right, that contribution gets us to $5,025 raised for the P-Fund Foundation, supporting LGBTQIA+ communities up here in the Upper Midwest. Thank you so much.
Super hype. All right. The Cane of Samaria, with "of" being capitalized. Now we're gonna do Spike Room. This room we just kind of have no choice but to take some damage. Oh shoot. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. So I picked up a bottle, but I did not actually pick up a safety item to fill it with. So these 6 hearts are all that we're gonna have for this back half of the dungeon.
You got this, Danny.
Yeah. The Cane of Samaria in Misery Mire is used for exactly one thing, and that is it. Now we no longer need the Cane of Samaria in Misery Mire. We'll need a lot in Turtle Rock too, though. And here we can do this.
Wait, I see what you did there.
I did nothing.
Sure you didn't.
And everybody tuning in from BGMCon. Hey, wait, that's where we're here right now. Thank you so much for the raid. So glad to be part of closing out this amazing convention weekend here at Midwest Speedfest, supporting the P-Fund Foundation. Welcome in, everyone, both here in the audience and online.
All right, I'm gonna try to take this somewhat safe. So there's a little trick here where I can take some intentional damage in the goop to get a big spin attack like that. I'm only going to do it once in order to preserve my health. Ordinarily, I would try to have more health and do it multiple times. I want to save exactly 8 arrows for the boss, and should be there plenty to spare. And that's the bot. That's the fight.
Wow.
Cool. I played it a bit safe there, but that fight can also go much worse than that.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wait, so how many dungeons are left?
2 more.
That's
Two more
right.
dungeons.
Yeah.
So at 5,100, we'll unlock the next song. Otherwise, it's the Dark World Dungeon theme once again. So can't stay sleeping on that. And folks, welcome on in. We do have an extra stretch incentive at 5,250 raised for P-Fund Foundation. We will get to play a duet for the ending credits.
The duet is really hype. I'll show off the instrument that I'm using in the duet. This is an iwi, an electronic wind instrument. It's basically, it looks a bit like a clarinet, a bit like a large clarinet, but it plays like a synthesizer, and it's gorgeous. So Key and I have practiced and learned the credits music as a duet between piano and iwi, and we would be super excited for the chance to show it off for you. Super excited for me for the chance to put the music in Danny Music, which I don't always do when I'm speedrunning. So it would be a thrill to get us there, but each step at a time. Thank you all so much for your generous donations.
And speaking of those generous donations, we have a $10 donation from Anton Carraza
Anton!
saying, y'all are pretty good at this. Thank you so much.
Anton, you're pretty good at everything. Thank you so much, man.
Wait, Danny, you're not doing this like in a different order than normal, are you? Because I'm getting confused. We're in the cave?
We're in the
Uh-oh.
When
cave.
did that happen?
Recently. Well, it's okay, we're out.
We're out of the cave.
Yeah. I didn't forget a dungeon, did I?
I don't know, but I got a little confused.
Nope, I didn't forget a dungeon.
You forgot a dungeon?
No, I did not forget a dungeon.
You did. You did.
I counted and there were 6 crystals, not 7. And not 5.
Not
You know what?
6, not 7.
I should have never doubted you.
Once again, we are $65 away from unlocking the next music choice for the Dark World Dungeon. Chat, let's make it happen! Exclamation point, donate in chat. Every single dollar goes to an amazing cause.
Okay, someone remind me, are we on Dark World Dungeon?
Actual Dark World Dungeon for now.
Okay.
Oh, and Turtle Rock is such a long dungeon! Oh my gosh.
I think we're pretty close if we just have the power of friendship and chat.
We like both of those things. Alright, so here's a little bit of a tech for this room. Going to light all these torches and then intentionally hookshot towards one of them in order to fall off of that platform. That lets me walk right to this door. If you just try to wait for the platform to go around, then it will, the torches will go out before you get all the way. And yeah, as you might have noticed there, the hookshot can double as an invulnerability item in this game. It's super useful for these rollers. If I were to get hit by a roller on green mail, that takes 4 hearts of damage. Quite painful. Want to try to avoid that.
Key, how's that Dark World Dungeon theme treating you?
Not well.
Chat, let's get those donations in. We are $65 away from $5,100 raised for the P-Fund Foundation.
Nice 8-bomb drop. Alright, this is another one of the most difficult rooms in the game, though it doesn't look that way. Cool, that went well. So the chain chomps in that room have RNG as to where they will go. And they're solid objects. They block your projectiles from the cane. So if they get in the way of the cane shot and the crystal, then that would be bad. Gonna pick up these extra arrows here. If I were to get hit by one of those chain chomps, then that does 4 hearts of damage as well. So pretty scary. Glad I was able to get there without getting hit and without the chain chomp RNG being terrible.
Bunny!
Banooey! And the big key.
It's me.
Yeah. Yep, you are the big key. You're the boss key.
Rawr, I'm scary.
I'm quaking with fear, which is appropriate because I use Quake to get in here.
Oh, I got lost. Where am I? Here.
That room just gonna... Cool guys don't look at explosions. Took out that way. Oh, actually, I don't need to open the other chest this way. We'll take these 2 at 10 arrows then. Alright.
Chad, I need your help.
And if you'd like ideas, some things that we had shared earlier too, inside donation comments, your favorite Zelda game or your favorite Zelda song. And in fact, we even got a song selection that came out for the Dark World Dungeon inside a donation comment as well. So exclamation point donate in chat. Let's get those donations in.
Yeah.
It's true. I may be, not exactly a request, but if I happen to know it, I'll give it a try.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
JD, what's your favorite Zelda song?
I mean, frankly, that overworld theme is always a bop. And
It really is.
It gets you ready for adventure.
It's iconic. Gosh, I don't even know what to answer for mine.
I know it's not this one.
It's definitely not this one. I will say, and I'm not saying this just to plug the incentive, but the staff roll of A Link to the Past is one of my favorite songs of all time. And I would love to play that with Key and in front of you all.
Helping us get a little bit towards there, Rhubarb donates $6.70.
Yo!
Yay! So we do still need about $59 more. So let's make it happen, chat.
All right. This Turtle Rock went very well. I can have a lot less hearts than full hearts at this point in the dungeon. Let's see if the Trinex fight goes well. So Trinex, here's the one thing in the game that we need the Ice Rod to do, and that is to hit this guy. So I'm going to switch to Fire Rod while he's exploding, because for some reason while he's exploding, I wouldn't be able to switch items. Alright, gotta be very careful. I don't want to waste too much shots, because if I run out of magic during this fight, that's GG. But part 1 of Trinex is done. Part 2 is coming up.
And then part 2? Oh.
Yep. Alright.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
Woo! All right, wow. Stretch time, again. Gotta loosen up. I'm getting ready, because I know I have to come up and get ready to play the Ganon boss battle fight with my fursuit head on.
Yep.
And I didn't practice that part. I should have maybe done that. So it's gonna be
Doing it in fursuit?
It'll be fun.
So joining in on the donations, another $6.70 came in from an anonymous donor that just says 6-7 train.
6-7 train.
If we get a whole bunch of those, we'll get to that next incentive next milestone for sure. So 5,100 for the last dungeon, and again 5,250 for the credits. Let's make it happen.
Can you play like flat 6, flat 7, 1?
Wait, oh, like...
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. That's the 6-7 chords. That's the 6-7 chords. That's what you're donating for.
I can put that in there, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, does this part have different music?
This part has no music, actually.
Oh, no music. Ooh, ominous.
We are breaking through the seal of Ganon's Tower with pride. With so much pride. All right. Ganon's Tower, and it's the Dark World Dungeon music.
Come on, we are $32
We need to get there. We need to get there.
Helping us get there, Rex donated $10 saying my favorite Zelda song right now is probably New Wave Bossa Nova.
I love that
from
one.
the good N64 Zelda game.
Ooh.
I would totally play that if we get our way to our next goal.
Come on, $32 away. Helping us get there, $5 from Rocket that said, great, I can't wait to bomb some Dodongos.
Delightful. So, fun trick of this dungeon, we see the return of the boomerang. Whoops. We'd see the return of the boomerang if I did the tech properly. There we go. And then we can also do this. While we're on the peg there, it has a little bit of invulnerability, letting us get through here. You can use hookshot invulnerability to not take damage from that fire snake. Yeah.
Come on, chat, we can make it happen.
$32 away from making this Ganon's Tower climb super exciting.
Link will just boss his way up the tower with the New Wave Bossa Nova with your help.
Mm-hmm. That'd be very boss. Oh, I did not wait for the anti-fairy, but that's okay.
Chat, I'm calling on you. Audience, I'm calling on you too. Please, if you can, for the P-Fun Foundation, let's unlock that music.
Woo!
Wait, does this it boss music during
Nope,
this?
nope, nope.
Darn.
I wish it was. Alright. Ice Armos is done. So I'll get this. I'll be good and I'll get the red mail. Normally I wouldn't, but that's fine. So, normally I would be able to mirror in that room, but I'll take a little bit of a detour in order to pick up the red mail, so that way I'll have some amount of armor upgrade and won't take 6 damage to Ganon.
away!
Let's go!
Helping us get there, $5 from Glide Pad saying overworld theme from Spirit Tracks is my favorite Zelda song.
Ooh, that is a delightful piece.
K-Train donating, breaking the mold here, $6.90, saying,
Nice.
sorry, I'm a millennial, but I hope this nice donation helps. It does. Come on, $18.
We take it. That is a very nice donation. Yay!
All right, I think I'm gonna go with that New Wave Bossa Nova.
Bossa Nova.
Awesome. Oh my goodness, I screwed that up. That's good. Okay. Alright, I want to show off this room. I don't have to go here, but I'm going to show it off. So this room here, you might notice that cracked wall. You can get in like that. The way that you're supposed to enter is by bonking off of this in order to cross that gap. And if you're able to do that, then this room just has like a bomb, a full magic, 2 fairies, some nice little a nice little restock for you before you make your way up Ganon's Tower. That room is my favorite room in the game because it's proof that the developers knew about the trick where you could bonk off of the rock and use that momentum to jump you over the gap. So they wanted to reward people who were able to figure that out without mandating you figure it out at that point. So I think it's a really nice gesture that they included that room.
So awesome. May I take a moment to share some of those donations?
Yeah, absolutely.
100.
Please do.
So Cornell the Otter comes back with $6.70.
Woo!
Woo! Saying, let's get there. We can make it. That we did with some additional donations. $18 from Rhubarb. Once again, thank you for your generous donation. And one of our viewers chipping in $32 to help us get there. We are now at $5.2 thousand.
Let's go!
For P-Fund Foundation, and if we're able to, at 5250, we will unlock those credit songs.
I really want to get to the credits. You have no idea, everyone. Thank you all so much for what you've contributed thus far. This run has gone amazingly. Just a little more push to get to the end. That's all that we ask for. And all the money goes to an amazing cause. All the money goes to Pride, and that would make me so happy.
So amazing. Once again, the P-Fund Foundation serves LGBTQ+ communities all across the upper Midwest, and because of generous donors like you and supporters who spread the word, we're able to help keep gender-affirming and trans rights live and active here in the area.
Woo!
That's right. Helping us get there was a $6.90 donation from Corny
Nice.
Cecil Morty saying, superior funny number? Nice.
Nice.
Indeed. But not to be let down, combating that is a $67 donation
Whoa!
from Never Knows Best saying, how do you do, fellow kids? Ironically, the answer to that would be 6'7", wouldn't it?
I guess so.
Yeah.
You're doing it right. Oh man, thank you so much. Oh, I need to... I guess I'm gonna get this chest. Yeah, there's an enemy in the previous room that I didn't remember to defeat. Anyway, you might have noticed that the return fight of Landmola went much differently than the first fight of Landmola, and here's the return fight of Moldorm. Just a spin. And he wanted to bully me there, but I didn't let him.
Woo!
Yeah. Just for fun, I'll open this. Outstanding.
Yeah, money! Who here is enjoying this bossa nova, too?
All right, coming to the rematch against Aghanim. This time he's able to split himself into 3, but there's only one true clone that we have to hit.
Wait, is this special music?
The regular boss fight.
Aha! I know that one. Wait, do I? Wait, you're gonna give me a time to put on the fursuit head, right?
Yeah, I can wait.
We're speedrunners, Key.
Yeah, so these clones will always shoot the balls that can be reflected, which is very helpful. Aghanim can sometimes shoot blue balls, but oh my gosh, Ganon was inside him the entire time.
Oh.
My gosh.
Don't worry, our swag duck is here to save the day.
Quack.
Flying into the dark world, which we didn't know he could do until now. And what I appreciate is that the developers knew that this Ganon fight is going to be really hard, and not just because he has to play it in fursuit. I don't know if you want to get your...
Oh, that's like now?
Yeah, that's now.
That's the hole.
Yeah.
That is the hole.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. All right.
Commentator headset.
Yep. So, Key's getting ready to put the fursuit on. So I'll talk a little bit about the Ganon fight itself in the meantime. The Ganon fight has 4 phases. The first phase, he swings the trident around. You have to hit him 12 times when he's in that state. Second phase is the most difficult. He has a circle of fire bats, which will spawn, and then the fire bats will materialize, and you have to dodge them. We're gonna need 12 sword hits from that. Third phase, he will collapse the floor. If I'm able to make contact with Ganon before he would collapse the floor, then he won't shoot out a projectile that makes that phase a bit more difficult. Only have to hit him 4 times. Then the fourth phase, you might have noticed that I did not pick up the silver arrows, which are normally used to defeat Ganon. That's intentional because we're going to be attacking Ganon with a pretty precise spin attack timing in order to deal damage to him in a state that the game doesn't think that we would be able to deal damage to him. I'm also going to do a trick called Torch Glitch, which I can explain in a moment to make that a bit easier. Are you ready?
Does it start right as I go in?
So as soon as I drop in, it's going to be the ominous bum ba 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 ba, and then when he's done chatting, then the fight begins.
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
And Danny, before we hop in, I do just want to share that we received a $335 donation
Wow.
from our wonderful friends, The Escape Room, Twisted Tales Escape, a furry run organization based out of Orlando who had delivered escape room fun all weekend long. Major shout out to all of the great people behind MWSF, VGM Con, and the P-Fun Foundation. We loved our time here at VGM Con this weekend while raising money for such a great cause. Keep up the incredible work, P-Fun, and thank you for all you do. With love, Hutch and Thermo from Twisted Tales Escape. Let's give it up!
Let's give it up.
With that, we have raised over $5,500 for
Woo!
P-Fun Foundation. What a better way to celebrate this with an amazing Ganon fight and beautiful credits music. Danny, take it away.
All right. You ready? Here we go. Here we go. All right, he's in a good position for phase 2 because I can just do this. Phase 3. Yeah. All right, phase 4. Going to let him fire a fire bat somewhere in that direction. Going to light the left torch before the right torch would go out. That means the right torch never would go out, and I just have to light the left torch over and over again. So right now we're at 2 hits out of 12 for the final phase of Ganon. Chat, help count. 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what's coming next. 7, 8. And I'll let him. 9, 10, 11, one more. That's it.
We did it!
Awesome. And now as long as I can cross that gap, then I'll be in, and we can start ourselves on the credits music. I will get the Iwi ready, and let's begin. That was indeed time. Yeah.
Folks, you donated for it. It is now time for this beautiful, beautiful demonstration of a credits music duet.
Do I kick this one off?
Yeah, you keep playing. I'll come in when I can. I think I'm going to take my headset off as well. Yep, that'd be great too.
More credits!
Yeah, like that. All right.
I can play some of this one-handed.
Well, I still just press the A button.
Yeah, can we...
Okay, I'll keep ripping.
Well,
Yeah, I keep riffing on it.
while we're getting...
Oh, we're going. Okay. 2, 3.
Let's give it up for Keyotter and Danny Music, A Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, A Link to the Pianist. Danny.
One more.
One more.
This one's even prettier.
A little slower.
GG's. Danny, Key, anything that you'd like to share to help us wrap up here?
This has been an absolute thrill to be a part of. Thank you so much to Midwest Speedfest for accepting this run with all the technical configurations that we needed, all the extra musical things that we had to do. We really appreciate the staff for being super accommodating towards us for this run. And chat, I am absolutely mind blown by how awesome and incredible you are, raising so much money for charity. It has been an absolute thrill to be a part of this. You are incredible. The entire team at Midwest Speedfest is incredible. Let's keep on using what we can do to have fun, playing music, playing games, and just supporting each other and make the most of our lives. And Key, it's been an honor and a huge pleasure to share this with you as well. You've done the heavy lifting in terms of like amount of buttons that I've pressed to amount of buttons that you've pressed. I think that you outnumber me by a factor of like literally 10 to 1. Yeah.
I never thought of it like that, but yes, to echo everything Danny Music said, thank you everyone at Midwest Speedfest for having us.
Oh, Key, your mic's not on right.
Oh. Well, how about now?
While we're getting Key's mic on, Danny, anywhere that we'd be able to find you and the work that you do, how can people get involved in events in speedruns like this?
Sure. So I am Danny Music on Twitch and YouTube and Blue Sky. I'm part of a group called The Game Brass. We actually did an arrangement of every song in the A Link to the Past soundtrack. On my main instrument, trombone, the game brass is a brass quintet, and all of it is covered by the brass instruments to perform the background music. And we actually did a panel earlier today at VGMCon about how you can how we were able to implement that so you can listen to our music as a soundtrack for the game itself. So the game brass is the main place where you find my musical output nowadays. Yeah, it's been awesome to be part of this, and you can also look for me at Zeldathon team, and happy to volunteer for whatever other marathons that come.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Now I'm here.
Now you're here.
Just want to say thank you, everyone. Thank you, Midwest Speedfest, for having us. It's such a fun event. And thank you, everyone who watched here at VGMCon or who tuned in on Twitch and donated and supported the whole event, and especially our run, because I'm totally blown away by your donations. And thank you, JD Puppy, for being an amazing host.
Yes, 100% yes.
It was my absolute pleasure, for sure. Thank you, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm Keyotter. You can find me on Blue Sky at Keyotter and other places. And I play the piano, and I'm a little otter. That's about all.
Excellent. Well, Danny, Key, thank you so much for an amazing run. We're going to go ahead to a break screen to be able to wrap up this amazing marathon. So stay tuned, everyone.